Welcome to the Bravo Charlie Club podcast, making you 12 and a half minutes more awesome each week. He's Ben. I'm Richard. Let's go. Ben, how are you this week, mate?
I'm well. Couldn't help but notice the premature welcome there. I liked your style.
Yes.
Hey, listen to country call out. Finland have joined us, so that'd be hey or a casual moi. So welcome to our Finnish listeners. Love having you on board. I've been to Helsinki. Have you been to Finland,
I
Richard?
have not been to Finland. I'm very keen to go there. Haven't been there yet.
Highly recommended. Hey, after our episode last week where you got on your massive soapbox, and soap is covered a bit later in this episode.
What's on my soapbox?
I got the impression this wasn't the first delivery fail that you had. So to remind listeners, Richard was complaining about a delivery that was launched onto
He just chucked it.
Hey, we're not restarting.
I know.
We're not but tell us, HelloFresh have history.
We were all into HelloFresh for a while,
yes,
until that day that the HelloFresh just didn't turn up, and so you
called us, I assume.
You plan your routine around it, right? And they kind of give you a delivery window, and
right.
Sometimes it might be a bit late because it's pouring down outside, but without fail, we'd always have the HelloFresh on the doorstep, which is great. But this one time it just didn't turn up, and so you have to wait until the end of the window, and then you can sort of like go through their online support, and then they kind of like work it out, and
so hang on, the end of the window is like could be the end of the day.
Yeah, well, so I think it was like 5 hours or something. So it's between 5 a.m. and 10.
You just didn't eat for the day.
Midday and 5 p.m. or something on a Sunday or something or other. So it's the food for next week, right? And so it's at the very end of the weekend. You haven't done the grocery shop or anything. And then the HelloFresh just doesn't turn up. And you get this picture of your doorstep that support shared with us, but that's not our doorstep. And then you're sort of walking down the street with your phone, trying to work out where this thing.
Oh,
and
that's not weird at all.
It's not weird. We had like, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months of flawless delivery, and then it just doesn't turn up. You're trying to find the doorstep, like quite clearly they could have seen all the other photos and gone, oh yeah, that doorstep doesn't look like anything like the other does.
I got to ask, doesn't it have your address written on it? So
it does. It does have your address, but
a neighbour's just received a box of food and gone, you beauty.
Well, we still don't know where it got delivered to, but I mean, and maybe they got it. Maybe they weren't there. Maybe it's been sitting on their doorstep in the sun for 5 hours. I don't know. Anyway, HelloFresh is great, and they give you a refund, but they won't bring it out Monday. They're like, sorry, we give you credit for next week's delivery. And you're like, but I'm going to go for a week. I haven't got any food. It's like 5 p.m. on a Sunday. Anyway,
so much tuna you can eat.
But yeah, anyway, so that's the HelloFresh delivery fail story. Yeah.
So I reckon there's a picture of you on someone's internet somewhere, and they're just redirecting or instructing delivery drivers to make your life a little bit more complicated. Oh goodness me.
HelloFresh were very good about it though. Like they must have this kind of thing happen. I guess they're all sort of subcontracted delivery drivers.
It was continuous. But, be on you for continuing to use them. But a one-off. It's just a fun story for a podcast. Hey.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun stories for podcasts, I tried a pedicure for the first time. Do you know what a pedicure is?
Yeah, that's where someone does your nails on your feet and stuff.
You got it. And just to remind those who've joined us recently, I suffer from diabetic neuropathy, so this was never going to end well. So I'm in this chair, and they put your feet into a bath, and then the tickling starts. Hey.
Yeah.
And this poor young lady was like trying to deal with my feet, and I know why they bath them. It's not for anything except to get rid of the smell, I'm sure. But I was very grateful for her patience.
Were you twitching all over the place?
All over the shop, hey. So, and because of this recent surgery, I wasn't able to reach that foot at the time. I can now, and I don't see myself going back for a pedicure anytime soon. But I can tell you they've done a beautiful job, and for the health of my feet and getting rid of all of that dead skin and getting in between. And she was doing something with quicks, which I don't know what they are, but it sounded really
the little sniffer
important.
thing. Tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick.
she was. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure, but she was all over it. And I think my message is, if I can handle it, you can too. And it's for the health of your feet, it's worth getting it done every now and then, just to have a proper professional get in and under and do a proper cut through. So I didn't enjoy it, but I do recommend it, if that makes sense. So
fantastic. Have you tried that one in Asian cities predominantly, where you go in there and you put your feet in the fish tank, and they have all these little fish that eat the skin from your feet?
I don't say never, but the only time that would happen is if I actually fell into that tank. That is not happening on my watch.
It's actually pretty neat. It's the same, similar kind of thing. Actually, it feels kind of tickly, and it's a little bit weird. But
it's more than a little bit weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. Hey, speaking of Asian cities, brings us into travel tip of the week. Now, this isn't an Asian city tip, but this is for the guys out there. Be very mindful if you're traveling to not scan loyalty cards attached to the supermarket if you're buying something that might be considered suspect. And I'll tell you the scenario. My wife was placing the online ordering, and it gives you the order history. It tells you what you've previously ordered and asks you, would you like to rebuy? And I didn't know this, but it came up and said, would you like to rebuy Cadbury Boost bars, which is a chocolate that diabetics should probably not be eating.
Busted.
And the only way that would have come in the history is because I've scanned the damn rewards card trying to get the points, which I've been instructed to do. So, travel tip for those. If you've got something to hide, be smarter. I'm sorry. Sorry, babe. Hey, there was a travel habit study recently, and the latest finding revealed more than 10% rely on the organisational skills of others, and they don't like to make any plans. And young travellers are more likely to follow recommendations found on social media, which is pretty useful. But I put it to you that you're in the 10%. In fact, I've travelled with you before. I would say you're probably in the 0.1% of no plans. In terms of showing up at the airport and saying, what are we doing?
I am totally happy to roll with whatever everyone else is doing and work it out as we go. So, yes,
I admire
I 100% agree.
I admire it, because I am not. I'm in the 90. I'm in the 0.9 on the other percent, where my mates rely on me to book everything and just ask me how much the weekend cost. And I don't mind.
Seems low. I think the number would be higher.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what the metric was that they were measuring. It was around the organisational skills of others, and I'm very happy to organise everything, to the point where I'll organise multiple itineraries based on who's coming, and then let them pick and choose which way the weekend flows. So there you go. Listener feedback, mate. Anything come in this week?
Yes. So a couple this week. MF wrote in and reminds us, Ben, that you were going to tell us how you once got scammed.
I was actually good call out, MF. I think, and again, I'm happy to talk about this, and I think it's important to understand the anatomy of a scam. And so a scammer in anything, whether it's internet or just standing in front of you or a con artist, there's four things that they're going to try and do. They're going to try and create trust. They'll make a compelling offer, and i.e. it's too good to be true. They'll apply urgency or pressure to the purchase, and they'll potentially, depending on the scenario, request an alternative form of payment, usually something that's instant and non-reversible.
Western Union or something like that.
So and Pay ID is actually a big one right now.
Right.
And so now that we understand the anatomy of a scam, I'll just talk you through what happened to me. I was looking for a vintage radio-controlled car, and I posted on Gumtree that I was looking for this vintage radio-controlled car. And, within an hour or two, I got a message from a guy with photos saying, "Is this what you're looking for?" And I was like, "Actually, it's exactly what I'm looking for." He said, "Oh, I'm heading to the post office this afternoon, creating urgency. If you'd like to buy it, I can get it in the post today." And I was just like, "How much do you want for it?" He told me the price, and he said, "I don't know much about these things. It's my brother's. I'm selling it for him. How does 200 sound?" The thing was probably worth 500. I was like, 200?
Yeah.
Oh, great, a compelling offer. And he sort of talked about the in terms of creating trust, he sort of was messaging me back and forth, talking about other things as well. So he kept me, engaged.
Yeah, interesting.
And then I said, "Okay, is PayPal okay?" And he said, "I prefer Pay ID." And I was just like, he said, "Okay, do it for 160 and, by Pay ID and we're good to go." And I was like, "Great, this is fantastic. What a deal I've got." And as soon as I sent the 160, I just went, "I've now got no recourse on this."
Yeah.
And I knew that the money was gone. And so again, it was like a speeding fine, right? It's high enough to hurt, but not so high that it breaks you. And to pay $160, to be reminded to be, more careful when assessing too good to be true moments. It was an important lesson. So there you go. Learn from my $160 mistake and don't make one yourself.
I guess there's probably something about the size of it too, right? Where it's not quite big enough for anybody to investigate or claim. And
correct. And I did send the details off to the cyber because don't forget I just had this guy's mobile number, right? So I was like, I've got this guy's number. I can just send it to the cops and they'll at least put it on a register. For $160, I wasn't expecting them to knock on his door, but it was it was an interesting scenario. It was probably off a burner phone or something. That's my guess. Do we still use the term burner phone? Are we allowed? I think we can.
Maybe.
I think we
can. Why not?
Yeah. Hey, so why not people can leave a comment and tell us if we can use the term burner phone, or send us a text. Join the inner sanctum, if you will. Links are in the show notes. Mate, the conundrum, I was traveling this week and I was a 2-nighter and I stayed the first night, went out for the day, put up the "please make up my room" sign. Why do hotel staff take away my soap? And second, what do they do with it? Like, is there some sort of soap mountain somewhere that's being built that we can't see from space satellites? Because I just don't understand. I carry my own soap, so it annoys me, and then I have to open their packets. But what is going on? Have you experienced this?
I haven't. Actually, most of the places I stay are all liquid soaps these days in the pump packs sort of thing.
So you had the delivery issues, and I have the soap stealing issues. What about the half-used toilet roll? Like, where do they go? Like, if you come back at the end of the day and they've replaced it with a fresh toilet roll, what's happening with the half? Is that what go in the employees' toilets or something?
That is true. I've got no idea what does happen.
Well, someone has to write in and solve that one for us. Hey, that's it, Richard. Listeners have been BCC'd on our week. In next week's show, we unpack password managers and, spoiler alert, just get one. See you next week. Bravo Charlie Club out.
And that's the pod.